Well, good afternoon. My thanks to Dave Rogers, who has completed the morning session here on day 4 of the Roslyn Park HSBC National School Sevens. My name's Nick Heath, great to be with you. The sun is shining. It is considerably warmer today as well. This is Hampton School in the under-14s competition against Jumeirah English Speaking School. They're here from Dubai. And this is Hampton on the attack. We'll be referring to the Jumeirah English Speaking School as Jess, by the way, because that'll just make things a little easier in commentary. So they are now on the ball, getting away from the 22. So if you're tuning in from Dubai, wanting to see how the boys are getting on, well, they're here on pitch RE1. And well, do keep in touch with us. Let us know who's out there that you're supporting. The hashtag is RPNS7. Oh, it looks like the Jess boys are going to be the first ones on the score sheet. They had a decent morning, beating Dollar Academy by 31 points to 10. They then drew with Bryn Teg School. This their third game in Group D. Real sense of a busier track around the ground. Should also mention that you may recognise the face of the man in the middle. It is none other than experienced RFU and international referee JP Doyle. Interview done with him earlier on our social channels. Had a brief chat with him just before he took the field, hoping we might be able to persuade him up into the co-commentary box just to chat to us about things from the officials' perspective. Hampton now looking to try and strike back. They were able to get the win over Bryn Teg School this morning, but then they lost out to Dollar Academy, so real mixed fortunes for the teams in Group D. These two might be very evenly matched. Could be the suggestion. Good tackle. Just right down in front of us here. Hampton straightening, looking to try and get away from the last defender. He was one of the smallest guys on the field, but did excellently in the tackle. Ball is a little loose. In a minute we'll try and run you through the Jumeirah lineup. Now a little gap just opening up in the middle. Is he going to be able to strike, get support on the shoulder? But the defence was just tight enough to stop them managing to get through. Then the attempt of the tap tackle. The offload's there. They've got numbers queuing up on the left if they can choose to use it. He's not going to need them. Able to use the feint and the feet to get over. And Hampton do manage to hit back. Conversion will be important, having been slotted at the other end. And we're all square, 7 points apiece. Jumeirah English Speaking School. Jonathan Barnes, Thomas Battiston, Jordan Bell, Thomas Burton, Scott Edmonds, Robert Everett, Kai Inca, Labib Iqbal, Walid Nasuli, Dexter Wigand, Sebastian Williams-Parry and Ben Yulden Cole. That's their lineup for this one. Just checking through the list of team sheets we've been given as to whether I've got one for Hampton here. Jumeirah look to try and create. There's a decent bit of footwork and pace from Walid Nasuli. Hampton with possession, trying to use a bit of pace on the outside, goes with the old stop-go. Walid Nasuli did well to catch him. Now they're having to come back the other way. Call is to go wider and wider, and now they think they might have found a route into the corner. Cover tacklers are coming across. Oh, and they've just done enough as well. It's a real wrestle for possession. Jumeirah English-speaking College can't get their hands on the ball, though. Hampton continuing to do just enough, but then not able to control it.
That's so annoying. No, genuinely well done, mate.
Well, this is turning into just a foot race, and has the Hampton fella had enough of a head start? No, he hasn't. Sensational pace on the outside, supporters and parents on their feet in the grandstand opposite. Scored. JP Doyle might have just said to him, you could have waited a bit longer before you put that down and given me a bit of a breather. Good efforts on Thomas Battiston. Restart in the second half. Comes from Hampton. Big sell on the dummy. Hampton trying to get into a position to turn that ball over. Oh, well, that's a really good steal. Managing to get that ball away. Being drawn into the tackles. Is Everett. Encouraged to try and have a go round the outside here, but he was well wrapped up in the tackle. Scott Edmonds was not going to be swatted away that easily. But now the chase is on, looking to try and run around. But Labib Iqbal ready to wrap up his opposite number. Hampton being encouraged to use the flanks. Have they got an extra man on the outside if they identify the last defender here? Well, they've ended up cutting back inside. And it's really strong tackling. Scott Edmonds is just waiting for any invitation to line people up and smash them. Oh, well, that's an offload that might prove costly for Hampton. They were building very well. Gets the call on the left shoulder. Steps inside one tackle. Still got someone chasing, but has he got the pace enough to get away? Yes, he has. And that could prove decisive. Third try for Jess. Really well worked.
Josh, have a breather. Gus, on you go. James Thorgan.
Durham Sports, who are down at the end of the pitch. Been so overcrowded, they're almost thinking about having a second floor next year.
Jamie, make sure Gus is finishing.
Loving what I'm seeing on the Twitter feed at the minute, by the way. Mary Wenman has sent a message to Thomas Rees-Edwards to say, I think my son's just beaten your son. Caterham Rugby, brackets, we got you back for the Wales-England game. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Never forgetting there and allowing the offspring to do the work. This is nice build-up from Hampton. Jumeirah English-speaking College doing enough each occasion, though, just to drift that defence, and then we've seen it a couple of times. It then pops up Iqbal, little reverse ball back inside. Have Hampton got enough pace to be able to stay with them? Onto the more slender man who's running away from his support at the minute. Ben Youlden Cole is an international high diver. Now there's a battle on the floor. JP Doyle, our international experienced referee, the ideal man to have his eyes on that, talking to them all the time. Over 116 referees here over the course of the week. An incredible support from the London Society. And this looks like it's going to be the fourth try for Jess. Brilliantly worked, keeping the ball alive even when it got tied up in the breakdown.
Cam, have a breather.
Entertaining stuff here on pitch RE1, day 4 of the Roslyn Park HSBC National School Sevens. My name's Nick Heath, great to have your company. Wherever you're tuning in, let us know, hashtag RPNS Sevens. Won't be too much time left of this one. That conversion. Oh, the ball has just sat up beautifully from a Jess perspective, and then Thought he could back himself to get round the corner, but that's gone forwards. Advantage will be being played to Hampton here. They're right on their own line, though. They might prefer the scrum at this stage. They're struggling, but they have got the overlap here if they could actually get around the post and get away. And now it's a real foot race. This is worth the admission price alone, and he's absolutely on a flyer. Is this going to be a length of the field score? Go, Charlie, go. They scream from the sidelines. The last man won't get him either. What a chase, and what a second try for Hampton. Beautiful stuff from their own line. Is that Hampton, France? Such was the Gallic flair. And brilliantly used. Jumeirah, oh, they've just knocked it on there. Wind temporarily has died down, so positively balmy. Good support to get a little deeper. Now they try to aim for the touchline here. The ball will just about get there. And well, JP Doyle is asking questions of the players as to what the option there was. Perhaps they thought time was up, but Hampton are going to choose the opportunity to keep scampering towards that corner. Just got scragged on the shirt. Hampton could be about to make this scoreline look a lot tighter than perhaps we thought it should do. The try is scored. Conversion effort is not going to be the easiest. Clock is in the red. It may be a moment ago that the chess player looked over to our sideline clock, which of course is just our continual running clock. It's not the referee's watch. And he might have thought that he was right to kick the ball into touch, but referee had other ideas, Mr. JP Doyle. So we haven't played the full 14 yet, but it has finished with a win for Jumeirah English-speaking college. 24 points on the board to Hampton Schools 19 in the end. It has been made to look a little closer than perhaps it felt out there, but good work from Jess. We'll delve back into the cup in just a moment.